I love every aspect of what trees have brought to my life and love honoring them and celebrating them and working with trees in multiple ways. I use trees or am inspired by trees my whole life, and I still feel like there's more to know. The tree spirits are, for me, the next level of collaboration. It's interesting because people questioned the decision to, why are you building a distillery? And I think it took years to appreciate the thread that ran through everything that I've done from my childhood. Growing up in Naples in the Finger Lakes, where it's lush, there's a lot of forests, there's a lot of trees. Some of my earliest memories are just adventuring in the woods. That was a big part of me realizing sort of the power of the forest and of trees, more than just objects. My parents built their own homes growing up, so my brother and I and my sister, we were all just very hands-on. It's a creative force, thinking that you have the ability to bring something that was not in existence into existence with your own hands. I'd had my own business for over 25 years, had the opportunity to work with the material that I love the most, which is wood. And I was designing and building energy-efficient homes primarily, doing a lot of custom builds in the Finger Lakes region. Your use of what material you choose as an artist, for me anyway, has always been tied together. So the material I use should be right in line with the concept that I'm trying to communicate to the viewer. And I think the same is true as a distiller. It's using these very simple elements and trying to make something elegant and trying to elevate it and celebrate it. My wife Melissa and I met, and I was kind of super blown away by how intense and intelligent and how much she challenged me in a good way, both as a person, emotionally, spiritually, but also as artists. That has actually transferred through to every aspect of our lives. We are definitely dreamers. She was 100% full green light when I had the idea for the distillery. We planned it for about 5 years, and I was, sawing the timbers and the trim in the original design, salvaging many barns in the area. We settled on the final design in 2017, started to break ground. Things were going great. We were seeing very steady growth of like 15 to 20% the first 4 years.
Oh my God.
A large fire badly damaging a distillery in Ontario County.
We were woken up by a state trooper in the middle of the night and, realized that coming down the hill we could see the flames from probably 3 miles away. The reality was devastating. Yeah, it was just heartbreaking to watch the building be lost from the time we were here, sitting down in the lower parking lot, losing literally years of work, not only in the building, but all of the barrels of spirits that were aging that I lost, and multiple places here.
Been through thick and thin, and yet they continue to survive, and this is going to be a setback, but they're in it for the long haul.
Some good news here: the fire did not destroy the part of the building where production and distilling takes place.
That following week, the community rallied around us. I get pretty emotional about it because without that support, we could not have retained our staff. They started a GoFundMe and donated a ton of materials, gifted timbers to us and little horns. Yeah, I think all of that was just like cheerleading us to rebuild. Redesigning it, we had a chance to refine it. It's kind of a living, collaborative sculpture in a way. And everybody feels like the space is more comfortable, it's more open. I think the silver lining was the bond of everybody involved and everybody that had been here. It's really exciting, and it kind of continues to grow the community. That whole experience has informed that growth. Bringing old salvage material and resawing it instantly creates a sense of soul for a building. People come in here and they think this place has been here for 100 years. That was true of the old building, and that's true of the building today. We are sort of the lucky ones. So not everybody has the opportunity to rebuild or to build something in the first place. And so don't take it for granted. That's it, man. Know where you are and be grateful. The tree spirits we make here, harvesting something from a tree that doesn't need to kill it. It was the first thing that we released for a reason, because that is how I got into distillation, was actually fermenting maple sap, maple syrup, and then distilling it. And feeling like that was a pretty unique thing and a spirit that is sort of my North Star in a lot of ways. I'm honoring every part of the tree, and I'm collaborating in a really good way, in a healthy way. Spirit is the essence of something, right? So it's my attempt to try to get at the essence of something, get at the center of the tree, the essence, the spirit. I'm in my element here because I'm surrounded by old timbers and history, and I'm using materials directly from trees, and our labels on those bottles are wood veneer from maple trees, and our caps are from maple trees and rested in wood barrels that literally the trees impart something beyond our knowledge. So there's kind of a beauty in all of that, and celebrating every aspect of what the tree is. The dream maybe started as a selfish dream of I would really love to have my own distillery and distill the spirits that I'm most passionate about and learn. But I do think why we're still here is our staff. They are our family. And I do think the community support and the community space, what it's become, that's 100% why we are here. what spirits do for humans, it can be a very inspiring thing in the right amount. It's about community, it's about conversation. That's why we say we're raising spirits in the Finger Lakes. We're trying to elevate people's experience and produce spirits of the highest quality and the most clean, healthy way we can.